Recording.
You good, Dave? You good? We'll go over to start. Okay, thank you. All right, welcome to the City Council Special Meeting number 1. So call the meeting to order. Public comments for matters on the agenda. All right, new business. We need to do a resolution to accept or for the hazard mitigation plan, which we accepted, I think, back in August. I messed up on this and didn't realize we had a resolution going with it. So this is the resolution. The town's fire mitigation plan or hazard mitigation plan. So if you guys remember, this has to do with them being able to, if we have a hazard mitigation plan that's been adopted, if there's a significant incident, then they can get FEMA. You know, that. You want to have any questions on this? I'll ask for a motion to approve the resolution to adopt the Lincoln County Fire Mitigation Plan.
Motion to approve resolution 2025.
I'll second. Have a second. Do you have any public comments for matters not on the agenda? I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting. For a second? I'll second. All in favor? And then we're moving on to City Council Special Meeting number 2, immediately following the special meeting number 1. And I'll call the meeting to order, and then do we have any public comments for matters on the agenda?
Yeah. This is actually a 20-year.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure that's paradise.
I'm confident that our new clerk and treasurer will not make this dramatic errors of any. Okay.
It's easy to miss it. So,
Yeah. So as Clay pointed out, this is a 20-year agreement between Bonneville Power. You guys know anything about the Northwest? Bonneville Power is the main power generator, everything else within the Northwest. Bureau of Rent runs it, and then Bonneville Power pulls the power right off of that. So they're going to be the cheapest, basically, electrical provider. Electrical provider than so.
this is guarantees that for the next 20 years, no set power side across the So if we had a drastic growth or something like that, then we might allow that. We can always go back and negotiate it. But this is for basically keeping the status quo plus the adjusted growth in the next 20 years projected. We did it 20 years ago, and then it's just kind of really kind of that 20 years being saying, hey, we'll set up another 20 years, we just reapply. So also with the long range forecasts and stuff when it comes to water and snow levels and everything. So.
Anyone have any other questions?
I guess just curious like Northern Lights or Lincoln Electric or whoever power rates there.
Well, as a Northern Lights customer, I think the base electric rate for them is 0.0847, and our base rate right now is 0.0647. So I mean, we're
cheapest in the state. I do believe now for Live Electrical.
And the only municipality with their own power.
You want everything else? Ask for a motion to approve the BPA 20-year provider insurance contract.
Make a motion to approve the PPA 20-year provider first contract.
Do we second that? All in favor? Any public comments for matters not on the agenda? Ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting. For the second,
I'll second.
all in favor? Oh, to the work meeting. So, first comment is 10th and 11th Street addressing. We talked about this a couple months ago. We just kind of goes into the together is 10th and 11th Street for EMS isn't properly labeled. I don't believe within like Google Maps or the county. There was an incident, I think earlier this year, when the ambulance went to 10th Street instead of 11th Street to get somebody, so there was a snafu there. And it would be, in my opinion, the best interest for the city to do a little campaign and get those streets formally adopted within city. The main reason is EMS. It's properly labeled, and then people have proper street addresses that would be updated throughout Google and EMS systems and everything else. And then second would be that it would generate revenue for our sprinkler and oiling tax. Because we can get 40 cents a linear foot of frontage road. So that would be my main reasons to want to try to get this done. And I think it has to be, the property owners all have to sign a letter wanting that to be generated. I don't remember whether it's 2/3 or everybody, so, but I think it would be, overall, it'd be better, because right now, what's 10th Street is the laundromat going down to Jesse's, is we do have a wet well down there. So we plow that, maintain it, to be able to get down if we have a problem with that wet well. So we're already maintaining that, no.
Who is it right now? My father?
He owns that.
It's he's
Or-
in October's property.
Okay.
11 Silvers.
Okay. Oh, 10th and 11th.
Yeah.
We can go into that,
To Ross.
that house, if you know where the laundromat sign is, go all the way that down. Even past your guys' pump station. And then it goes to the laundromat sign, oh no, sorry, to that fence on the front of that mobile home. Is our property line, all the way down.
All the way down to the property.
So,
Yeah, the way it is now, where the city, so to the end of the road, there's a few residences there. One is addressed on 10th Street, the other is addressed on 11th Street. It's both the same street.
I technically think they call like Lee Street 12. When it comes across Cat, it comes up to that 12th.
That's what
When,
mine.
because 10th Street is actually
in the
where Hart's house was, the name was Hart, across from you.
I think that was
They call that 10 because the actual maps go. It goes 10, 11, 12.
And I was just looking at Google.
Yeah.
Well,
Across the top.
How is Peters?
what's that?
Peters? That was my, was the route.
Yeah, it's like last year when we had the thing at Knapp's house, that was 10.
And then this is considered 11.
Because-
And 12.
Because that's the issue they had this summer with that house on the front by our shop, is that the law enforcement was called out for 11th Street.
Mm-hmm.
But technically, they're not wrong because that front door is on the back side of the house, doesn't face the street. And then they always call out the next street, 12 for us.
Well, that's where there's a disconnect also then between what the city building address is and what the county has 911 address. And then if you go to what's 11th Street now or Mike Paul's 12th Street, there's several addresses there. The city has some building addresses, but there's no addresses registered in the 911 system. So one of those had the ambulance call, I couldn't find it, because there's no address that's listed in the system. And there's no street signs, but
So regardless, we need to do something.
yeah, at least get the city and the county address and tag on the same page.
How does that E911 get added? You know, Blair?
That's the state thing. The state and county.
Yeah.
So the county updates to the state,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, because like when they did the whole Highway 56 thing last year, that was like county and state. We had nothing to do with that. We don't have anything to do with addresses or anything like that. That's all county and state. You know, mainly county if it's off the county roads, but state, you know, and that being off the state. You guys talked about this a couple months ago. They have no say in that either. I think you guys were talking about a couple months ago when this was all brought up.
Yeah, when Boyd was there, it's all.
So I'm gonna do some research on that.
Who brought it up?
Boyd White,
Did he bring it up when he was here? Because they have that 911 issue.
maybe,
So I know it wasn't us or the ambulance. It's just luckily we all know what we're doing. You know, just we have a lot of calls, but you know, for new people, new officers, new sheriff's officers, yeah, they're even dispatch, they can't pin.
yeah.
But
No.
that's on the mayor to go talk to the landowners.
We'll see you tomorrow. You know? So,
Yeah, it's just so you know, it goes 10, 11, 12.
okay. No.
So you might have, that's how we've always, that's how it gets called out for us.
It's addressed in that box.
But it's, when we get in, when 911 for the street that's next to the 12th street, it actually comes across as their address plus 12. Even when we had the fire at Clean-Out, it came across the 10th Street address, which he is the next street over. He's west of you.
Yeah.
And yours, we never, I'll never had a call down there, but they called that front house 11th Street that time.
Yeah,
So really, that place should be in this. Yeah, it is, but they called it 11th Street that time.
Really?
That's what all this confusion's coming. Law enforcement brought it up, and that's because like when it comes across for us, we've been there before. It's coming across as the East Missoula address.
Yeah.
Because even the trailer park is East Missoula.
Because the streets are lands.
But I feel like on Google Maps, 10th Street route
Yeah.
through the trailer park to the 11th.
Mm-hmm. So 11th isn't on Google Earth, it's down. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so yeah, like when we get calls to the street to the east of our shop, it comes across on our dispatch tells us it's 12th Street address.
Yeah. So I was like, well, we'll just have to do some coordination and we'll try to figure that out and get everybody on board. So.
The county has its own address and technician, like if you go and get a new address, they'll do that. And I think you pressed that, and we talked about this morning. use them system has to be. More complex things like when it's like we had a small full lake road, then they had to get the contractor to do that. This is something the county can probably assist in helping figure out the policy. And so,
It was never an issue I had to deal with, because I've been on it for 50 days, when I was on the fire side, so.
we have a reserve excellence and say, we bring somebody that,
I think if you punched in our GPS units on our ambulances, it takes us to 12 or 11 on our ambulances.
No,
separate from that, the city taking over the road. Yeah, years ago, we had going after a rain that road started walking out, and it was the side of a ditch on that road. You know, calling the warrants, and hey, you know, after the rain subsided, you guys come down here. And that's just road like that. That's your gonna road, not sitting there on like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I can get out of here soon. You guys come down here every day. I don't have any equipment, so we're back. Figure out next day around. That, but you know, it's like you guys plans. You know, yeah, most of the traffic's a lot of that. Garbage park. And they're not putting it out at all.
Those little ones always building potholes and stuff. You know,
and tax resolution of the, actual streets that we have adopted, so, and then you can see that we get $24,401 every year for sprinkler and oil.
you have 3 residents down on 12. Well, where they're at, that's from you guys' system. Well, this system.
What's that, I'm sorry?
For 12th Street, is it coming across 12th Street for your power stuff?
Roads
Down
down.
And then that dude really bought that whole Randy, did it Randy buy it? Garrison.
Oh, they thought it was now.
We could, they can name the street. What, you know,
Yeah. Board, Gale.
Yeah. Yeah.
so they can name the street. And there's no, then if they don't want to get it adopted, they can name it. And there's nothing with that, they just have to have, I think, over half signatures to get the street name.
So how does that work if one owner owns more than half of that road?
It's one vote. Yeah.
You'd ask somebody to give up their property to pay a property tax on naming the road. You're asking somebody to give it to you, but then get taxed. That's where you're gonna have a hard time.
There's a difference in naming.
So naming rights, there's 2 different ways you can do this, so. Whether you have the vote counts, that's to the county, because that's something.
Only recommend they up to the top.
No. Any other questions on that? Alright, so BPA electric rate increase and Troy Power rate increase, so a couple months ago, we did get our. So in 2 years, we did a BPA rate increase, it came up 4%. 4%, so that was just a flat 4% rate increase for our by power from them, and so if we just do a flat 4% rate increase, we would cover what BPA is, but with wages, insurance, and everything else, we would still be lagging a little bit behind. You know, we'll build our reserve up. Clay, I think we worked up a 4.5%.
I got 4.5%.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not much expensive to do that.
yeah, it's, I mean, when you're talking 4.5%, 5%, it's,
We still do really well.
it goes from the base of 0.6761 to 0.6793. So that's 4%, and then
So what does that equate on the bottom dollar line?
if your bill was $100, you pay
And
$110.
Yeah.
If you did a flat 4%, if we did 4.5,
So that's what we were talking about.
you know. So 5% would be 0.056, 0.0563, and then 0.0565.
That's for the commercial and the residential. And the base rate's been near everything. All that estimates. A drastic jump. So,
So not significant, but necessary for us to be able to continue to build our reserves. I recommend thinking 4.5 to 5% is with cost of materials and everything that we've been doing. We haven't done a rate increase in 5 years, 4 years, 4 years, and that's when we did our 9%. So,
we're behind then.
yeah.
And that was 2 increases we've had since then.
So, that's something everybody can think about coming up, so we should do that relatively soon.
Are they gonna do that there?
It'll be probably, if we get right after it, in a couple months, so.
Notwithstanding the sugar there.
Yeah, it's the same process, so it's, I mean, by the time we vote it in, then it's gotta go to public comment, and then it's got first reading, second reading, so it. Do you have any questions on that? Any public?
Cheaper than other ones.
Yeah. The public comments for matters, we do have one piece of wonderful news, and that we are balanced up to today.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Great. That's impressive.
And, the individual that we interviewed Thursday accepted the position to present the question. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say that quite yet. Just where she's at with her employer. Yeah.
Very thankful.
Yes, so, you wanna have anything else?
Very young town pump grant.
I have not actually,
Joe asked me and he was supposed to reach out to you.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Joe asked me and I said I he was supposed to reach out to you and see if you heard anything.
No, I have not. I'll ping Tracy to see. Actually, Alicia, if you could look through your emails in case town pump grant, if we got an email in the mix of
Okay.
this. So I know Tracy got submitted. So, when we were talking about it, so,
Yeah, Joe asked me last week and I said
yeah, I was thinking about that, I think last week, 2 weeks ago. I'll follow up with Joe next time I see him. So I do Friday morning, I gotta go sit down.
You guys signed a contract on.
DEQ, yes.
Yes. So it's written on all later.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
The government shut.
They're still looking at it.
because I already got an email going, hey, you missed a signature, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I said that, but it means it's still working.
And if anyone is interested, this is our, last race for sewer water. So, that we did back in, it was a while ago, 4 years ago, maybe we did that. You know, 2003. So,
The new rates for this one.
Alright. Anyone have anything else? We can adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much. I'll get it back, like,
Okay.